Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about Lemmy, what it is, how it's different from other social media platforms, and a little bit of detail about how it works. So to start off, we're going to talk about your standard social media platform. We'll just call this one Deadit. Sounds good. So your standard social media platform is basically just all of the data is controlled in one entity. It's all stored in one person's control or one organization's control, and everybody who accesses it directly from the source. Everybody goes straight to the centralized location where the data is stored, and that's how the data is distributed. With Lemmy, we have several instances that could be connected to one another. And vice versa. So all of these can communicate with each other, and then users can connect to whichever instance they like and get the same information. So if a user on this instance wants to access a community on this instance, that can be done. If a user on instance 3 here, for instance, wants to access the user profile of a user on instance 2, they can do that. All of these things are connected, and if one of them were to go away, everybody else is still here. Everybody else can still connect and communicate around that missing instance. It's a distributed, federated platform for content sharing. This is an instance of Lemmy that I host, and you can see lemmy.ko4abp.com. You're more than welcome to come and sign up and join this instance if you'd like. It's a small instance. We only have a few users at the moment, but we're growing. There are only a couple of local communities, and you may think, well, that's not a lot of content. How is that going to do me any good? Well, under the All category, you can see all of the instances that are currently federated to our instance here. And if we go to the communities page, you can see that there are only 2 local currently, but there's a nice long list of all communities that have been federated to this community, or to this instance. And if we want to add another one, it's a little bit of a complicated process at the moment, but I've read that the Lemmy devs are currently working on a way to make this process a little easier. So we start by finding a community that we want to join, or that we want to connect to our instance. So we can go to here to browse.fedit.de, and it's a nice long list of all of the available instances that have been, published and federated out to the rest of the network. We can run through here, look for something that we like. Here's a news community. We can click on this. This will take us to bhaw.org/c/news. But we're not signed up on the bhaw instance, and we don't have to be. We can come back over here, type in !news at bhaw.org, and hit search, and there it is. It'll pop up. Sometimes it'll say no results. That's fine. If you go to communities and all, it will show up in our list here. And we can click on it, and you'll see that the URL is a little strange. It's lemmy.ko4abp.com/c/news at bhaw.org. So what it's doing is it's getting the data from the bhaw.org instance on the news community, but it's piping it essentially to a community on our local instance. So we're logged in here. We can interact with all of these posts and comments and users and everything else but we're still on our local instance. We don't have to go and sign into a different site or a different instance or create a new account or anything like that. It can all be done from one instance to another, and it's a little bit of a learning curve right now, but I think it's worth it, and I think it's going to come a long way. Thank you for sticking around with me through this, and if you have any questions, drop a comment, or come on over and join the instance and shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to help out however I can. Y'all have a good day.